use his coat as kind of the example right here, his cape, so I can make the wool or the fur kind of look like it. The thunder, obviously the thunder's theme, and that is the shield. And you're gonna note those claws up there because they're gonna be important, as well as the tip of the blade for axe mode. For that, here's what the shield would look like when it's in axe mode. It would look pretty cool if you ask me. You know, it spreads out. It has these connectors, the V's. And again, I'm not a good drawer. I'm not good at this. I did this between work because I finished everything so quickly. They just kind of gave me free time because school's kind of easy sometimes. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt, but it can be easy. So right here we have the shield, and the claws have spread out, as you can see. And now we're going to move on to the basic concept of the weapon. And in axe mode, I got rid of the scales there because I got tired of drawing all the wool and fur scales, whatever they look like. And so that's the sword in axe mode. Obviously the blade would be a bit longer because it looks really short and stubby there, like the axe is kind of going into the handguard. But the fire is kind of like in a shrine, a temple, and it looks pretty cool if you ask me. Of course, I'm the one who drew this, so I would think it looks cool, but I don't know. I'm gonna let it focus a bit better here. And then there's the sword. The blade obviously is longer. I just didn't have much room, so I made it smaller. And that's basically it. What I would say is that and back to the ugly drawings and concepts. And sharpness, look at that sharpness. That's what I think is a bit too much. Sharpness right there. It doesn't have purple at all. And then when you give sharpness +1, it gets like a ton of purple. I think that doesn't need to be so overpowered. I should probably take away the affinity and just leave it like this. Because if you pair this thing with critical element crit, I don't know what it's called, elemental crit, it would be pretty ridiculous against some monsters that are weak to thunder and fire. Because 20% affinity, and every time you land an elemental attack with a critical hit, Jesus, it would deal massive elemental damage, especially with the shield since it does 2 hits. So you get the critical hit and another hit, and this is pretty cool. So I'm not gonna lower the element, because I've seen charge blades with much higher element. It's probably an impact file, and we're gonna look at right here. A blade roaring with the flaming soul of its wielder, which is Natsu. He's a maniac. He's pyro, dragon, ridiculously powerful. And the shield that's thunder's blows rival the heavens. That's Laxus right there. You know, stuff. So what I would say here, how this works, is that the shield can do elemental damage, but I'm not really sure whether or not it's actually a separate weapon within the charge blade. So I'm not sure if they have coding so that every attack does elemental damage, or if the shield, the weapon has, let's say, fire. So the shield is gonna do 2 fire damage because it's gonna hit 2 times and it does fire each hit, right? I'm not sure if they have to program into that. I'm not really a coder right now. I'm not sure if they have to program into that or if it's just already part of the weapon. If it's hitting, it's doing the hit, or if it's like a separate entity within the class. So that's where I just kind of got the idea, and I just really felt like this would be a cool weapon. Anyways, that'll be it for today's video. And I guess you can look at it for a bit. Peace out.